someone who's been injured or a survivor should be asking when they're deciding, should I go with this attorney over the next attorney?
Well, one of the questions, in all seriousness, is whether or not the lawyer knows where the courthouse is. Doing what we do, it's important that you have done it before and that this particular case is not your first time. You need to know where the courthouse is. You need to have tried a case before. You need to have tried the kind of case that the client is coming to see you about before.
Well, the first thing, of course, is we want them to focus on their health and get whatever medical attention they need that's necessary to address their injuries. But as soon as possible, we want them to contact our office so that we can begin to investigate the claim and preserve whatever evidence we may need to ultimately prove their damages.
The federal government has set standards that are to be met by particular nursing homes. If you have a loved one that is a resident of the nursing home, there are minimum standards that are set by the federal government. Now, often our clients are in different levels of care, and there's a difference between what we're talking about as being a nursing home and an assisted living facility or apartment-style living, and then finally a group home. Each of those areas have particular regulations or rules that pertain to the care they're supposed to be providing to our loved ones. If people have questions about whether or not a particular person is receiving the care they deserve, they should contact us.
With Jeff, Gabe, and I having more than 70 years experience between us and a really accomplished, experienced staff, there's practically no injury that we haven't encountered and found an expert for at some time in the past.
We believe we can value add in areas where we have a great deal of experience. We work with other lawyers in the areas of construction, accident type cases, medical negligence cases, and also in nursing home abuse and neglect cases. Other attorneys have often turned to us in those areas because of our expertise in the area, our contacts with experts who work in those areas, as well as physicians in those particular areas. We're always open to assist other lawyers with cases where they feel they may need help.
If an individual's been involved in an accident and they've been injured, they need to contact us to let us analyze all the facts, whether they be good or bad, and give them our opinions. We represent plaintiffs on a contingent fee basis, which means that I don't bill my client hourly for my time. My fee is a percentage of the recovery that I make on their behalf. If I don't recover money for them, they don't owe me anything.
There comes a time during the course of the case when, as a lawyer, I feel like I can give my client a reasonable range and reasonable expectations of what we'll be able to do, our chances of success, and what that case may be valued at by a jury or by an insurance company. But until I've done the work that's required to give that number to them accurately, I'm better off telling the clients the truth, which is that I recognize your injuries, I recognize your damages, they're substantial enough to continue and substantial enough to justify the work that we have to do. And that when I've done that work, I will have a talk with you about what the value is, and then we will go try to get it. If an insurance company knows that at the end of the day, before trial ever starts, a lawyer is going to fold, the insurance company knows that all they have to do is wait. And that waiting is not good for our clients. Our clients are best served by getting their case valued fairly, justly, and getting it resolved promptly. But if it can't get resolved, knowing that their lawyer can take the case to trial.
Because of the area of the law and because of the complexity with this, if you come across a situation where you believe your loved one has been abused or neglected, you should contact us in order to have your questions answered.